Hey, Magic Unicorn of Onpassive. It's the 12th of December. We got another new guest today. Yes, sir. We're going to shine the light on Mr. Eric Kesler. And he should have the light shined on him. He's a cool cat. Anyway, here's Marty and Chris and Eric. Hey, don't forget to give him a thumbs up, a big smile, and a likey. Thank you.
Can't believe a full-grown man doing that, Anyway, thank you, everybody, and welcome. It's the 12th of December. It's actually sunny and beautiful outside, and my house is full of fucking stuff, trees. Anyway, we're in that season for sure. We're about halfway through the month. Mr. Mufareh is working triple time. I know for a fact because he's hard to reach. He's very busy when it's like this, but usually when the smoke clears, really good things come out the other end. So let's go by what he's always done. He's always been there. He's not going anywhere. He never gives up. Never. I wish everybody was that way. I wish I was that way. Anyway, like I said, we got to shine the light on Mr. Eric Kesler. I've known Eric, I think, since I've been Onpassive, really, a long time. We started to really get to know each other because we get together at night, and we found out that he's a trivia master. And I thought I was good until I met Eric. Then I figured,
Marty, you're not that good. Eric is awesome. What are you talking about?
No, that's what I just said. But you realize that real quick. But it's a lot of fun. And I tell you, like I've always said, in the last couple of years especially, is the power of this company is the people. And we have a lot of friendship. We could travel anywhere in the world and somebody would invite you in their home. Pretty powerful thing. Anyway, I'm going to I'm going to bring on Mr. Eric Kesler, and you guys can see him and say, howdy. Anyway, don't forget to give him a thumbs up and a like. And anybody that's watching this today, tomorrow, next month, a year from now, and you want to join somebody you can relate to Mr. Eric Kesler, scan that code today. Scan it because you will be on the same team as Eric Kesler. Although we are all one big team, you can join somebody that maybe you can relate to. Anyway, here's Mr. Eric Kesler.
Hey
guys.
Hi, Eric. Okay, question. Hey, before you start, Mr. Eric, I also like to let everybody know that Red will not be doing a live today. And we have a special birthday today. You all know her, one of the originals, Cindy Hopkins. Happy birthday from all of us to you.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Cindy.
Happy birthday.
Gee, what do I ask this guy, Marty? Well, I know a lot about him. He's, like I said, he's an excellent trivia player. If it wasn't for Eric, and I'm not bragging, this is the truth, Eric wins 99% of our games where Marty puts that 1% in there. I might give 0.25%, but he's our champion. But Eric, welcome to this great thing. It's all about you today. And I do have a few questions as normal. Can you tell me a little bit about Eric before Onpassive?
Oh, absolutely. As far as my work goes, I went in the Navy right after high school, and then I've done a lot of different jobs. I'll just give you a few highlights. I waited tables, mostly construction. And then last years before I retired, I worked at Indiana State University. I set up rooms for conferences, and that's pretty much that. It's funny that you say that I'm good at trivia, I guess, because I grew up with a really competitive family, and it's like you either got good at stuff or you never won, right? So I think I just have a lot of useless information. Luckily, I've been asked questions I know the answer to, because there's a lot of them that I don't know. But then they'll say, okay, well, you're good at trivia. What else is you good at? And I was like, well, that's pretty much it.
That's really good, actually.
So there you go.
Very good. I just like how you answer questions, Eric, whether it's trivia or regular. I like the fact that you said you grew up in a family that was real competitive, and that's where you got all your knowledge. I think that's what you're saying, because that makes sense to me. But now, you came along, all of a sudden, boom. What was it about Onpassive that you were attracted to immediately and just fell in love with it?
Oh, my gosh. I guess mainly is the honesty of it. I know when I started looking for something, I've been in and out of network marketing and different things online since like 1997 and never really made a dime. And I realized it's because I didn't know marketing. And so I was online, I was looking, I thought, well, this time I'll learn how to market and then I'll find something to market, right? So I went online and I saw Arthur Gawley. You guys know him.
The
Great name.
Godfather.
And he was doing some marketing things. And I thought, well, I'll just call him to see how it's working. And he's telling me some things he's doing, but he said, no, I learned something new, a company called Onpassive, and they're a marketing platform, and they'll help you do your marketing. They'll do marketing for you. And I'm like, okay, well, I've heard that before. I've lost money at a deal like that before. I'm like, sorry, Arthur, I'm really not interested. And he goes, oh, that's okay. That's okay. No problem. And I'm telling you, as soon as I hung up the phone, intuition, you can call it divine intervention, whatever you want to call it. I had a feeling that I needed to do this. And so I went ahead and joined. I never called Arthur back. I went ahead and joined. And then I called him back the next day and I said, well, okay, well, I joined under you. And he goes, well, thank you. And I'm like, okay. And then, you learned that Onpassive is the answer that you've been looking for all those years. So that's what attracted me to it. And, and of course, Ash Mufareh, you could see the genuinity or whatever the word is of him. He's the real deal. I've went through a lot of clowns and a lot of liars and a lot of snake oil salesmen, and you could see right off the bat that Ash was different. So that's really, that whole package, Arthur, him, my intuition, that's all three of those things brought me to Onpassive. So I always said I didn't find Onpassive found me, and that's the truth. So
very good. Now we've all been on this amazing journey. Now, when did you come in? When did you first start? You were an early bird, weren't you?
November 19th, 2019.
So you're one of the early birds there. Mm-hmm. And now, Eric, what has kept you in this? I mean, a lot of people have come and gone. What was the drive? You said, there's no way I want to get out of this. What kept you here?
Well, at first, it was Ash's promise that if you're in it, you'll win it. And I made up my mind right then and there that I'm going to be in it. I'm going to be married to it. I'm going to give it my all. I'm going to go to every webinar I can go to because I wanted to honor that. Plus, I wanted to not miss out on anything, miss out on any information. I wanted to be on top of it in case something really broke. And I didn't want to be going, oh, wow, it took off and I'm sitting here not knowing what's going on, right? I didn't want that to happen. And then it became more than that. I started going to webinars, and the first one was My Chords. And Marty called me up and said, hey, let's go to this. And I'm like, well, he didn't call me, messing me, let's go to this. I said, I'm in. And we were faithful to that, and it was great. And then you realized you got to meet people that were just like you, that went through all the crap online and found the answer. And they became more than just family or friends, acquaintances. They became family. And then Ron Holbert and Lynn had their thing, and I love that. And then Milo and Julie had theirs, and where you really got to know people, that you got to know their stories, and you're like, oh my gosh, they're reading my life story, and they're not even me. You know what I'm saying? Then they asked me to come on, and that was an experience. And so it became more than an obligation that I felt or necessity. It became an obsession, kind of, because I learned to love these people that I were getting to know. They were more than just acquaintances. They became family, and now they really are. It's like a joy to do it. So it started out as an obligation I felt to Ash, and then it became a thing in my mind to do it, and then it became a joy. So that's pretty much it.
Wow, I like that answer. Now, I've asked Eric some questions off camera, which he blew me away a couple days when he said something. But and I'm hoping he repeats it. But I want to ask you this: what could you tell someone right now, Eric, that maybe feels like they never can make money online, or they're just in a dead end job, and they feel they're never going to make it? What's something that you could tell them all about yourself and Onpassive, what it's going to do for them?
Okay. Well, first of all, if there's anybody out there that even has an inclination or any kind of ambition or anything to come online and to do something for your family, for yourself, whatever the case may be, Let me save you a lot of time. Don't go through all the junk. There's a lot of snake oil salesmen out there. There's a lot of bright lights that can draw you in, and then they're just going to suck the lifeblood out of you and money out of you. Just come straight to Onpassive, because it's the answer. It's the truth. And I guess that's what I kind of look like Onpassive as an oasis, because I went through the desert of, or even the jungle, if you want to say that, just beating through the bush, trying to find my way into a way to make a better life for me and my family. And then as soon as, and a lot of people in Onpassive will tell you this, as soon as they saw Onpassive and they caught the vision, they knew that it was the truth, that there's no lie about it, that it is a company with heart, that they do care more about you than anybody you'll ever meet. And there's three things that you need to be successful. We all learned this. You need to learn how to market. Onpassive does that for you. You need more than one stream of income. Onpassive does that for you. And I'm not the ones that say this. You get online, and people that are making money online will tell you those three things. And then you need what they call like a mastermind. You need a group of people that believe the same way you do, that think the same way you do, want the same things that you do, and then that makes you more powerful, because you come together and you can share ideas, and people really care about you and want you to be successful. Other companies that you get into, they don't care about you. They want themselves to be successful, and they're going to do everything they can, and they're going to lie to you. They're going to offer you false promises. They're false prophets. That's what they are. Onpassive is the truth. So come to the light, come to the truth, come to the company with heart, and that's Onpassive.
Very good. Now, one more. Ash Mufareh has told us our dreams aren't big enough, or please make sure you go fill your gas tank first before helping others. We know Onpassive is a very giving company. Give me your thoughts on that, if you don't mind, Eric.
Okay, I look at Onpassive, kind of a metaphor as a coin. And it's the same coin, but there's two sides of that coin. One side is, and Ash tells you this, fill your own tank, I came to start a business for, and you could call it selfish or whatever, but I don't. I have ideas. I want a nice home. I want to be able to travel. When I first came to Onpassive, I was starting to think about retirement, because I was close to retirement age, and I thought, man, there's things that I want to do. I want a nicer house. I want cars that I don't have to worry about money. I want to travel, and Onpassive is going to give that to me. Then there's the other side of the coin. There's charities and things I have passion for, autism, St. Jude's, different things that I really want to give to. My heart aches to give to it, but I knew I wasn't going to be able to until I got something going. And thank God Onpassive came on, because I know all those dreams that I have are going to become reality. I mean, I can feel it, I can see it, I can touch it. And before it was just a dream, and now it's a reality that I know is going to happen.
Perfect. Marty, you have anything you want to say to Eric?
Eric did exactly perfect, like I knew he would. Yeah, no, this is what we're all about. I think about, we spend probably more time together than we do with family in some cases, and you get to know people. You laugh together, you cry together, you think together. I've never been in a company, and I said this before, and I've been doing this 20 years full time, 19th year, full time now, 10, 12 hours a day. Any business I was in, shiny object, whatever, I put 100% into it. But I never have gone into a business like Onpassive where my belief in it grew as time went on. Usually it was, I expected the best, and I was only beat down until the point I quit. With Onpassive, I expected the best, and it got better. And that blew me away. What I thought I had, what I thought this was, is a million times more. We have evolved into something that has enough room for everybody. You could come in as a single person, you could come in as a small business, you could come in as a Fortune 500 company, and we're here to embrace and take care of all. It's the first company I've been in where it's not stake and conquer. We got this, we're going to beat you down. No, that's never said. CEO never said that. What he says is, we're going to be life support for people, for companies. Listen, anybody can come join. You can see that. The foundation of Onpassive is massive, because there was a thing said the other day by Collins Manna. I've talked about this too, is a lot of companies are in the repair mode. So what are they doing? They're trying to stack a 7-story building on a foundation that can only hold 2 stories. And with Onpassive, they built a foundation so big, you're almost wondering what's coming. Like, what? Why are we doing all of this? I think we're starting to see that picture. And I think the outcome of Onpassive is going to be, it's going to change the world. How long that takes, whatever, it doesn't matter. If you're in the process of doing better for mankind, what else could you ask for? And as said, I want to leave this world better than what I got here. And that's pretty cool. No, I have no questions to Eric. I think it was fantastic. I'm glad he came. We have 400 people that want to come on, so we're going to modify stuff a little bit. But there was Eric's definitely one of the ones I wanted to get on here first. But no, I love it. I love the idea. Well, I'll give you an example. No other, like an MLM, would push somebody else in the business because it's dog eat dog, right? It's cutthroat. I got mine, you get your own. And that's not here in Onpassive. Listen, it's always been this way. Some people are okay with this, but I don't want to go to Disney World alone, okay? I want people to go with me. When I go on a vacation or if I go on a cruise liner, I would love the whole cruise line be full of people I know or people I have the same interest in. And that's what happens in Onpassive. So I love the idea. We're all going on this journey. I've never seen a magic carpet this big, but we can all fit. And we just have to let ass fly this big and we hold on tight. So, and there's enough room for you. And if you're smart, and there's no downside to this, scan that code, join Eric, and you'll see what we have. Let it do the talking. There's no salesman here. We don't have to sell it. If you got the best and you have a good heart, it'll sell itself. If you have a negative heart and you're a negative person, I would newsflash, this probably isn't for you. But we would love everybody to come. No, that's all I got. I just want to thank you, Eric, for being here. It was fantastic. I had a good time. I listened to everybody. We know each other. I've seen Eric for a couple years now, 5 years almost. So that's pretty cool. No, that's all I have. Chris, you got anything else?
One more thing I want to say, because Eric had so many good points. I could talk forever, but I can't. Eric is a lot like me, is a lot like most people, where he's worked his whole life. He's done jobs here, he's done there. And I think at one point in his life, he was writing a journal about his life, and he realized that he was out of paper. What else is there to write? There's nothing else out there. Like me, Onpassive came along, and all of a sudden that journal that he's writing just opened up to like 50 more million pages of, wow, I can really do this. Yes, I can. And we've talked about cars a lot. I know what kind of car Eric likes. His talk about travel houses. Now, these are really simple things that the average Joe that works 30, 40 years, like most of us, we're like, okay, we paid off this, we did that, but it's not enough. Life is a journey. And what Eric is trying to tell you is, man, I got wants and needs, and there's things I want to do before I leave this earth. And I do want to make it better for other people, but I also want to enjoy it. That's what I love about Onpassive. I believe that's what Eric loves about Onpassive is Onpassive is giving me the opportunity to create things in my life that I thought never were possible. And that's where he's at. So, Eric, thank you for giving me your opinion. I want to give you the last say, buddy. You go right ahead.
Okay, well, you know what came to my mind? There used to be a insurance commercial that said you're in good hands with blank. Well, you're in good hands with Onpassive. I mean, Ash has everybody's interest at heart, even more than his own, which a lot of people don't believe because the world just isn't like that. But it is like that in Onpassive. You are in good hands. Also, I just want to thank all my brothers and sisters on Onpassive for having my back and supporting me and being my friends. I appreciate our group that we do trivia with, even though sometimes I'm hyper competitive. I can't help it. That's just who I am. But I love them all to pieces. I really do. I'm thankful for Ash. I really am. What a great guy, and all his tech team and all the hard work that they put in. I mean, we're so high, my ears are popping all the time. I loved it when Ash said that. So, and I appreciate Chris and Marty for bringing me on. I mean, in the passive world, that's like coming on the Johnny Carson show. I mean, it's big time. So you guys are number one in my book, and I appreciate you. And anyway, thanks again. And this was a lot of fun. I hope we can do it again sometime.
We will in the future to see what those new cars and homes and travel things that are passive. We're going to bring you on, which I've been advertising very slowly, 2 P's in a podcast, which will be a podcast. And we can't wait to see other people's news stories. But once again, guys, this is a new recipe to this book I call the Book of Phenomenal People from all over the world we're writing right now. Eric just gave you some phenomenal opinion. His opinion, what it was about a passive. I'll say it again. Right now we've got over 450 people that want to come on because we want to help them advertise with their QR code. And every one of them are different looking, different colors, different religion, different shapes, different sizes. But you're going to find out that the entire global world all has the same vision and dream as everyone else. And that's what I want to prove. It's not just about myself or Marty or Red always talking and you hear us. We're trying to show you the rest of the world and what they feel and how they feel about a passive. So, Eric, I appreciate everything you said. You were spot on. I loved your opinion, and the rest of the world is too. And if you want to know more about Eric and check out his the 3 free products, click on his QR code. It'll get you to sign up. You can get 3 free products and go from there. Thanks again, Eric.
Fantastic. That was awesome. Listen, the one big factor we all have in life we have no control over, it's called time. During that time that we are visiting this planet, why not live it to its fullest? And Onpassive will give you that opportunity where your dreams come true. That's pretty cool. Anyway, goodbye, everybody. Thank you, Eric. Chris, you're Ed McMahon now. I'll call you Ed. You just sit there and drink or whatever you do. I'm just kidding. All right, I'll see y'all.